Right under our noses, they did a live child auction at the 2014 Oscars, and then we all laugh.
Hi. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you?
And then she says hello to Jeffrey Epstein at the beginning.
How's everybody doing? Good? Is anybody hungry? I just feel like everybody's got to be hungry right now. Good. I was hoping you'd say that because I have this crazy idea that I will order pizza. And so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Harrison? Yes? Yes? Smart? All right. Too large? What do you think? I'm going to order some pizza. That's what I'll do.
And then the money in the hat part was like mocking the church. And then the names like Kevin Spacey, Weinstein, like none of that aged well.
So I borrowed Pharrell's hat and I thought I'd pass it around and get some money for the pizza because nobody ever really, what do you have, Harvey? 200?
200.
That's a start.
Right?
That's a start. Let's see. What do you have, John? Would you have 20? Kevin?
20. That's for you.
Thanks so much.
And then notice that she changes to white when she serves the pizza. And you know what party is all white?
Hello. Come on down. We have cheese. We have different kinds. Who's hungry? Who's going to eat on this side? Okay.
Cheese.
Cheese? That's a cheese? Yeah. Julia wants cheese. Who's your favorite movie star? They're here. Who do you want to talk to? The whole thing? All right, great. And then I don't have any money. Who here has... Sandy? Where's Harvey Weinstein? Harvey. No pressure, only 1 billion people watching. Whatever you feel is right.
It's like they had an inside joke that they thought would never get out. Like they went really overboard with the pizza obsession, which I feel like makes it more suspicious.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and one on the James Williams Star Waters. If you've been following me throughout the late night hours, then you'll understand why I'm coming to somebody like Ellen DeGeneres in the daylight time. Because, you know, you got to expose them vampires when the sun is out. You know what I'm saying? You got to crack open that coffin, grab your wooden stake, grab your little damn mallet, and you got to hit them in the daytime, dead in the chest with the wooden stake, while the sunlight is shining on the damn vampires. Now, you guys recall that Ellen DeGeneres left the United States of America. Her and a couple other celebrities said, if Donald Trump wins, I'm leaving America and I'm never coming back. And they did it. And I'm so glad they did it. But have you ever considered, you know, the reason why they ran is because they got caught doing some bad things. And as the young lady in the intro video that I used just explained to you, we watched them sell pizza live on TV at the 2024 Oscars. And it would make sense that they did it at the 2024 Oscars because in that time period, they all thought that they was winning. They all was like, yep, it's Joe Biden's in office. Everything is fine. We can do whatever we want to do. What kind of delusion were they under? This is how disconnected they were from the people of America. Because the people of America hate you, Ellen DeGeneres. Just like the people of America hate The View. They don't just dislike Whoopi Goldberg. They hate Whoopi Goldberg. But hold on. Let me show you why we hate them. We're going to start right here. You see? Let me see if I can make that bigger. Because they promoted their wickedness. Everybody remember this coming out about these shirts, right? And what's on those shirts and with the golf ball and you remember that. Now, those kind of things I can't really talk about on the YouTube. But understand why we hate these people. And understand that this is seamless content that I'm giving you. So hit the like button. Because the midnight video, the 10 a.m. video, the 5 p.m. and the midnight, they all going to come together and be like, dang, this dude just made one seamless video that takes me from here to here and over there. So hit the like button. See, some of y'all be acting funny in the daytime. Y'all think just the nighttime is when you need to hit the like button. It's all seamless. So watch. We know why everybody hates this woman. And we know what we talked about last night in the night in the dark about the cities that people live in. But let me pose a question to you. If you followed our video last night about spirit cities, what spirit city would these people be in? Think about it. And then you're going to know what the judgment of them people are going to be. What spirit city did was a blood drinker? What spirit city did weird, freaky things to kids? Biblically. I want you to think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. I did plenty of videos on it. Hell, yesterday's video talked about this the same people that was on Jekyll Island. It's the same culture that was on Jekyll Island. So y'all didn't even watch the Jekyll Island video yesterday. Yeah, nobody wanted that thing got 4,000 views. Ain't nobody watched the video, but it's okay. When I compile them together, you're like, dang, I can't believe all this was all one thing. This is really good. This blah, blah, blah. It's all good. The same culture that was on Jekyll Island. And so when we see the judgment coming for these people, which is coming, it's definitely coming, I get excited about it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I get excited. Hold on. Let me show you some things. Now, y'all remember when this Trick house flooded, right? And she decided she was going to go on camera and show everybody the flood. Now, this is how you know you're rich. Because you see, when you're rich and the flood comes, you streaming on live stream. When you're poor and the flood comes, you try to get your stuff out of the way of the flood. So this is just vanity upon vanity. What do you expect from someone who does things like what she did? She gonna play victim. And, oh, my house is flooding. I'm gonna record my house flooding.
So, Montecito is under complete evacuation, the entire town. This is the 5-year anniversary from the fire and mudslides that killed so many people, and people lost their homes, their lives. This is crazy on the 5-year anniversary. We are having unprecedented rain. This creek next to our house never flows, ever. Probably about 9 feet up, and it's going to go another 2 feet up. We have horses ready to evacuate. We need to be nicer to Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is not happy with us. Let's all do our part. Stay safe, everybody.
Now I'm going to make this bigger. I want you to look into my eyes. That's why you ever notice why I always show you all the videos of people's eyes changing? Because the eyes is the window to the soul. I want you to look into my eyes and see what you see. Just look closer. Take a moment. If you got a big TV, look at it on a big TV. If you got a cell phone, you can zoom in on your cell phone by doing 2 fingers like this on the screen, press the screen, and do like that. It's this and like that. And you're going to zoom in. Just do this, you're going to zoom in. You can do it on YouTube. 2 fingers, zoom, and you're going to zoom in. And then look at them eyes. Yeah, look at them eyes. Now, everybody running around, worried about, talking about the list. And I agree with you on the list. But you already know some of these people. Yeah, you know these people. How about we deal with the people that we know, like this one? How about we deal with the people that we know? And you know they're guilty because they fled. They fled the country. This trick moved to the UK and fled the country. Let me ask y'all another question. Have y'all noticed a lot of people starting to die? A whole lot of Biden appointees, Biden attorneys starting to die. This person died. This person died. This person died. You notice that in the news? No, you ain't paying no attention to that. Hold on. Let me swing back to where I want to get to. Hold on. And I want to swing back to something. You know, this trick decided she was going to apologize. Now, What are you apologizing for, Ellen, if you ain't did nothing wrong? And when you ask yourself, what would make a person age like this so they look like an old Irish troll? You want to know what'll make you age like that? When you're guilty of doing wicked things and you know the payback is coming. And you done had time to go into the woods to get away from society. And when you, at night in the dark, when you hear noises, you hear something outside, you're wondering if it's somebody to come and put a black bag on your head. Yeah, that's a person that don't sleep. That's a person that don't get no rest at all. Zero rest. That's a person who's scared out of their mind. They know when they finally close their eyes. Yeah. When the eyes finally close and the spirit leave the body, it's going directly to hell. Yep, that's what you know. Or that's what it knows.
So, I have been posting my thoughts and my stance on this, but I haven't spoken directly because I don't know what to say. I am so sad and I am so angry, and I know I'm not going to say the right thing. I know that there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be in disagreement with what I say, but I have a platform and I have a voice, and I have always stood for equality. I have always wanted to be the voice for people who felt like they didn't have a voice, because I know what that feels like. And maybe you don't agree with how it's coming out, but you have to understand it, and then we can heal it. I'm just so sorry that it's come to this. I really don't know what to say other than this has gone on way, 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 way too long. People have gotten away with murder, and that's what's happening. So we've got to see fairness, and we've got to see justice for all, because right now this is not a fair world. Not at all. I don't know if it will ever be completely fair, but we have a long way to go to even get close to being fair. And if you don't understand this, then you have never felt like you weren't heard or you weren't equal. But if you've ever felt that, magnify it and see what's happening. And let's send a whole bunch of love out there and try to find some peace and some communication in this.
That was a whole bunch of witchy language. Did y'all hear all that witchy language? I don't know, and I'll do a study on how witches talk. They talk inverted. You real like public witches. Everything they say is an inversion. Everything they say is projection. Everything they say is like, it's ridiculous. If you ever studied how witches talk publicly, that's some real witchy talk. Super witchy talk that you just heard. A non-apology apology while playing victim when you was one of the most famous people in the world. You had a whole damn TV show saying you are unheard. Nobody's hearing you. But when you listen to the witchy language slowly, you realize that there's multiple conversations that's happening in the mix. One of them is she saying, yeah, I'm sorry it came to this, but there's people who've gotten away with murder. She ain't talking about Donald Trump. She's talking about there's people within our group that got away with murder. So she's holding multiple conversations in that, or saying multiple things in what she's saying. I'm going to play it again. Listen.
So, I have been posting my thoughts and my stance on this, but I haven't spoken directly because I don't know what to say. I am so sad and I am so angry, and I know I'm not going to say the right thing. I know that there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be in disagreement with what I say, but I have a platform and I have a voice, and I have always stood for equality. I have always wanted to be the voice for people who felt like they didn't have a voice, because I know what that feels like. And maybe you don't agree with how it's coming out, but you have to understand it, and then we can heal it. I'm just so sorry that it's come to this. I really don't know what to say other than this has gone on way, 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 way too long. People have gotten away with murder.
Now watch this. What's going on? I'm the voice for equality, and I've been a voice for equality. This is going on way, way, way too long. What's going on way, way, way too long in the terms of equality from a lesbian, cross-dresser, whatever the hell she is? Is anybody seeing anything that... Has anybody seen anybody hanging any homosexuals or lesbians from trees or burning them at the stake? What the hell is she talking about? She ain't talking to them. She talking to her crew. Her little handball crew with the blood hand crew. She talking to them. That's who she talking to. Some people may not agree with me. Yeah, some people may not agree with me. Some of y'all might not agree with what I'm saying, but this is going on too long. Some of these other people have gotten away with murder. And basically saying it's coming to a head. The funniest thing about, like, taking public information that's just in the public sphere and pulling intelligence out of it is you really don't need any secret intelligence information because of the nature of human people. They just tell you what the hell they doing. They just tell you. Now, I want to swing over to something because Donald back in the news, and this Epstein stuff is back in the news. And I mean, he got to deal with it. I'm going to say this. Pam Bondi screwed us. Pam Bondi screwed everybody. And she screwed Donald, and now she missing. Anybody seen Pam? They said Pam got sick recently. Anybody seen Pam? She screwed us. She screwed everybody and played that role and laid this trap. Hold on. Now watch this. Remember the whole, I said, hey, Donald using the list for blackmail. And they tried to expose the fact that he's using the list. And I went on this rant and rave talking about the Ring of Mordor. And I was like, my precious, my precious, my precious. And how once you touch that evil and that wickedness, you can't get away from it. Yesterday, Donald Trump went to go meet with the Fed chairman because he wants him to step down. So he went to put pressure on him. Remember, the Fed chairman said he wasn't building this big, luxurious building for the Federal Reserve bankers and the big bankers. So Donald went over there and said, let's go take a tour. Him and Tim Scott went over there to take a tour of the building. Tim Scott came out and said, this is what happened if you watch my damn videos yesterday. I'm going to have to recap this. Tim Scott said, yeah, I think it's like 3.1 billion, you know, and then they had the video of Jerome Powell sitting there like, no. And then they asked Donald Trump, they say, well, Donald, if someone went over budget like this in your construction projects, what would you do? He's like, I'd fire the son of a bitch. And then he slaps Witchy on the back of the arm and says, yeah, I would like him to lower interest rates. Then the next damn day, the very next morning, Donald comes out. They start asking him about the Epstein files. And then he says, yeah. I know about them Epstein files. What you need to be doing is you need to be focusing on Clinton. What you need to be doing is you need to be focusing on Clinton. Because Clinton went to the island, not me. You need to be focusing on Clinton. Then let's just watch this. Watch this. Don't believe me, just watch.
Is that on the table?
Todd Blanche is a great gentleman. He's a great man. He's a great lawyer. He's got a great heart. But he's over there now. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I certainly can't talk about pardons.
Can you trust what she's telling him? She's a convicted trafficker who's eager to get out of prison.
Well, he's a professional lawyer. I think he's been through things like this before. But you should focus on Clinton. You should focus on the president of Harvard, the former president of Harvard. You should focus on some of the hedge fund guys. I'll give you a list. These guys lived with Jeffrey Epstein. I sure as hell didn't. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, this is only part of the question.
I don't know how Fox News gets such a bad angle of that, unless they've been moved to the back. I just don't know how they get such a bad angle of that. Yeah, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Or maybe Fox News wasn't there. The point I'm making is this. You see, everybody and their mama is upset about Epstein. And I said this, and I'm going to say it again. Ain't nobody more pissed off about what's being done to the children than God himself, the Lord of God of heaven. Ain't nobody more pissed off than him. Ain't nobody more pissed off than him than Jesus about this. And I know the Holy Spirit pissed off about it, because he tell me all the time and pissed off. So irregardless of how down or feel, irregardless of how people behave, this gonna get dealt with. The reason why is because America's a nation that has a covenant with him. And so America's gonna reflect his spiritual city. That's why you see all this stuff coming out. All this gonna go. It's all gonna get dealt with. It don't necessarily mean it's gonna get dealt with when you feel like it should get dealt with, but it's gonna get dealt with. And I just want to remind people and remind people to help them out a little bit. You see, I had to learn this lesson, and it's a good lesson to learn. You see, when you come to realize that God knows all, sees all, and he got it under control, and you got a little faith in him, you say, all right, big guy, I don't understand what you're doing, but I know we discussed doing this. And can you help me understand what's going on, what you're doing? And that understanding to give you peace. Or you can just ask for peace. But let me tell you this. It's pride to think that everything should go your way because you want it that way. And that's what we went through. We went through, coming out of Pride Month, we went through a spell of pride. It's kind of dying off right now. And now I think everybody's come to the conclusion that, hey, Donald messed up on this one way or the other. No, nobody believes he's on the list. That just don't make no damn sense. One way he messed up on this or another, either he was like Pam Bondi got that good that he done been dealing with Pam, or he got into anger and upset and just misplayed the whole thing. But the one thing that has to happen is these people need to be arrested and taken down. And that's going to happen. It's obvious at this point it's going to happen. Anyway, I'm out of here. Later.